Poor, poor. That's what we want to talk about. Not poor like I'm poor, but poor. How about that? Pour. And that's what we're going to talk about this morning in this morning's manna. Do you need a pour? Do you need a pour? I want to raise that question. I think it's very critical that we raise that question and talk about it on this morning. And that is, what do you do when you need a pour? When you need someone, something, somebody to pour into you. You've been pouring out, you've been doing this, you've been doing that, but there's never been or hasn't been to the need or the level that you need an amount of pour coming your way. Well, good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna, and I got a word for you on this morning. Want to share this word with you on this morning. It's going to be the text, the talk, and the takeaway. And can't wait to share it with you on this morning. Greet some folk, and then we will get into it. Or we might just jump into it without greeting anybody on this particular morning. How about that? How about that? Yes, how about that? Let me do something here. There we go. There we go. Wanted to make a change here. Let's get right into it. It's the text, the talk, and the takeaway. The text, the talk, and the takeaway. And I want to address this whole thing about pour. P-O-U-R. P-O-U-R. Have you ever been to a point in which you really want something to eat or drink or what have you, and you keep eating it, you keep drinking it, but it never satisfies you. You never get satisfied. So you keep eating something else or drinking something else, and then you finally realize what you needed was some water. What you needed was some water. You needed the right pour. Well, this morning, here we go with the text. It's Psalm 78, 15 through 16. Waters flow like a river before their eyes. He gave them all they wanted to drink from his living spring. He gave them all they wanted to drink from his living spring. Pour. The psalmist is talking about what God did in the wilderness with respect to Moses now hitting the rock and it just flowing out with water. Every now and then, you may feel as if I need this, that, or the other, but what you missed was just simply drinking some water, the correct pour. Well, three things I want to speak to that. Are you thirsty? And what are you thirsty for? Are you thirsty, and what are you thirsty for? It says this in Matthew 5 and 6. If you are thirsty for righteousness, hunger. What are you hungry for? You're talking about a pour. What are you thirsty for? What are you hungry for? He that hunger and thirst after righteousness, Matthew 5 and 6. The third thing is this, empty. What are you empty for? What is it that's causing you to be empty and you want to be filled? Here is what Jesus said about that. I am the well of living water in John 4:14. I am the well of living water. There is no bottom to my well with respect to Jesus. He's saying, you can't empty me out. You can just keep dropping the bucket and keep pouring more and more out of me into you. What's your takeaway this morning? Your takeaway is this: God is your pour. Look for no more. God is your pour. Look for no more. Will the Lord be with you today? May his face shine upon you and give you peace. If this bless you, bless somebody else. Share the manna. Don't keep it to yourself. Bye now.